Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of How to Raise Your Frequency for you or your clients. And today I'm going to go into a subject that basically shakes a lot of people up. It is one of the top health problems in this country, and a lot of people don't think about it energetically. So I was going over some of the statistics today, and it says about 40% of the people in this country will be getting some form of cancer. And it turns out that 50% of them are over the age of 70. But that also means that 50% of them are under the age of 70. And I'm sure that you or someone that you know knows of someone that has gotten it. I happen to know a lot of survivors, and if you're here, just put a little hello in the chat box, and if not, or if you've got a question about what I'm going to talk about, also put the question in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer it. So today, the topic really, when you look at it energetically, it actually behaves the same as many other diseases and many other problems. It's just how your body actually expresses it. And what cancer really is your body trying to keep you alive. And what it is doing, it is sequestering the toxins that are in your body. Of course, we know that if you live in a very toxic environment, the incidences of cancer are higher. However, not everybody gets it. So why is that? If you're all exposed to the same, let's say, bad water. And then the other thing that comes up a lot is the food supply. And our food supply has gotten worse and worse over the last 50 years or so. It's progressively gotten worse. That's about when McDonald's started and the fast food trend started, and more people were able to eat out for less and less money. I remember when I was we used to go out to eat after going to church every Sunday, and one of the places that we'd go was this original McDonald's that was somewhere between Gardena and Torrance over on Crenshaw Boulevard in the Los Angeles area. And it was like 10 cents a hamburger and 5 cents for a soft drink and 5 cents so we could feed the whole family for a couple of dollars. And that was 6 of us. So in those days, that was our treat, and we would only get it once every week or every other week. And the rest of the time we ate all whole and healthy food because my parents were on they would make their bread and things like that. But not everybody gets that either. And so I was looking up the statistics. It's, they say that somewhere, at any one time, there's about 12 million Americans that have cancer. So out of a population of 330 million, 340 million, whatever it is right now, that's actually quite a small number. It's just that the cost is really huge because of how much it takes to care for somebody like that, and that the cure rate's very low because the way we are cured with conventional medicine is they throw more chemicals at us. So if you know that cancer is sequestering the toxin to keep you alive, then you know that giving more toxins actually is going in the wrong direction. So energetically, where you get it. So the four most common cancers are lung cancer, which is number 2. Number 1 is breast cancer. It's followed quickly by colon cancer and then prostate cancer. So those are the 4 most common kinds. And I'm surprised that liver isn't higher on the list because liver is where a lot of the toxins get cleaned out of your body. So that's where you would expect it to be. But so those are the four main cancers. And if you think about where those are, the breast cancer is near the heart, And that's a lot of women and even men have a broken heart. So their energy in the chest area is depleted, and that's where it tends to go. And in the case of lungs, it's the same deal. Lungs, because we're breathing in a lot of toxins. But there are other ways to get toxins. So you can get a toxin emotionally. If you're very depressed for a long time, the sadness stores in the lungs or in the chest area because it's a broken heart. In the case of prostate and so on, that has to do with male oomph and sexuality. So lungs and breast cancer are basically all in the same region that are fed by the same energy systems. They're both fed by the heart front and back. So whether you've got environmental toxins, emotional toxins, relationship toxins, old DNA patterns that you've inherited, which are also clearable, by cleaning up the toxins as much out of your body and your system and in your environment. There's lots of environmental ways to clean up. That's the first step to helping rid your body of toxins. They have shown in many studies that as you detoxify the body, the cells go from cancerous to normal. So cancer cells are not foreign cells. They're your cells that have taken up the toxins, whatever toxins that are available. And if you allow your body to release them by relaxing, by getting over the mental stress, by doing meditation, by eating cleanly, drinking clean water, and cleaning up your environment as much as possible. A lot of cancers have been caused by toxic water that you get through your faucet. So if you figure out a way to get clean water into your house, whether you get a very complex filtration system or you go and you buy your water. So all of these ways of dealing with toxins, it's like everything is additive. So everything that you do, whether it's what you eat, your environment, it's all additive. And the people that don't get it are the ones that it's not just because they're genetically programmed not to get it. It might go somewhere else. But the people that don't get it usually are the ones that handle everything else. So toxin accumulation is additive, and every time you add a little bit more, you're adding more to the pile, and you're helping, your cells are trying to help you stay alive by pulling the toxic waste that's running around in your fluids and keeping you clear of it. And what I do for my cancer clients is that the first thing I do is instruct them to go as much toxin-free as possible, eating a plant-based diet, drinking a lot of clean water. And then energetically, I help release all of the emotional reasons that the body would hang on to whatever emotional toxins you have. So the title of this show is Raise Your Frequency. So the more you can raise your frequency and get into that happy state, the less prone you are to, or the less vulnerable you are to any kind of environmental toxins. So I see a question here. Just finished a 10-day cleanse, but don't know whether it worked. Well, that's something that you and I would have to have a conversation about. But I know that cleanses, if they're a plant-based cleanse or if they're some sort of fasting, work very well to help clear the body out. And then afterwards, it's not good to go back to your old habits, is to help develop new habits. I went through a 28-day cleanse, 26-day cleanse back in May, and I'm about to do it again. And as I go through and do it, I can tell that it's working. You can tell by looking at your face Has your skin tone improved? Has it tightened up here a little bit, especially if you're older? Do you feel more energy? Are you able to sleep better? Do your joints hurt less? All of those things are indications of toxic load in your body. So if no one has any questions, I am ready to sign off and let you know I will be posting more on this in my blog at scientifichealer.com/blog. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Denise. And thank you, Evelyn. Sorry, I can't say your name. And Amber. And anybody else who's listening that hasn't commented or hasn't hit the like button. Thank you so much. Go have a wonderful day and embrace your vitality.